A white envelope lay on the center table. No one dared touch it. Written boldly across the front were the words DNA test results. Mama Grace rushed toward the table. Mama Grace screaming, "Don't open it!" Obina caught her hand before she could grab the envelope. "Mama, why are you afraid?" Mama Grace's breathing became heavy. Her eyes darted around the room. Adaeze stepped forward. "It's just a DNA test." Mama Grace shook her head violently. "No, it's not just a DNA test." Her voice cracked. "If anyone opens that envelope, everything this family has believed for 30 years will collapse." The room fell silent. Everyone stared at Mama Grace. For the first time, the woman who had always acted fearless looked terrified. 3 months earlier, nobody imagined that one envelope would expose a secret buried for decades.
Vivi, midnight.
The morning sun spread across the Okafor family compound. Adaeze was already in the kitchen. She stirred a pot of vegetable soup while humming a worship song. She had been awake since 5 o'clock, cooking for the family, cleaning the house, doing everything expected of a daughter-in-law. Yet every day ended the same way, with another insult. Mama Grace walked into the kitchen. She looked at the food. Without warning, she lifted the pot and poured the soup into the sink. Adaeze gasped, "Mama, why?" Mama Grace turned slowly. "Because food prepared by a barren woman brings bad luck." Adaeze's eyes filled with tears. "I've never disrespected you. You've never given me a grandchild either." Before Adaeze could respond, Obina entered. He immediately understood what had happened. "Mama, please, enough!" Mama Grace folded her arms. "Enough! I've waited 10 years. My friends carry grandchildren. My age mates celebrate naming ceremonies. But my own son," she pointed at Adaeze, "married a woman who has given us nothing." Adaeze quietly untied her apron. She placed it on the table. "I've lost my appetite." She walked out. Obina wanted to follow her. Mama Grace stopped him. "If you keep defending her, you'll die without an heir." Obina looked at his mother, then at the empty doorway where Adaeze had disappeared. For the first time, he said nothing. Adaeze sat beneath the old mango tree at the edge of the compound. It was the only place where she could cry without anyone seeing. A gentle breeze moved the leaves above her. Moments later, Obina joined her. He sat beside her quietly. Neither of them spoke. Finally, he reached for her hand. "I'm sorry." Adaeze smiled sadly. "You've been saying those same words for 10 years. Obina lowered his head. "I don't know how to fight my own mother." Adaeze looked into his eyes. "I never asked you to fight her. I only asked you not to let me fight alone." Those words pierced his heart. He squeezed her hand. "I love you." "I know. Then believe me when I say this. I would choose you again." Before she could answer, a wave of dizziness hit her. She grabbed his arm. "Obina, my head." Her vision blurred. The trees seemed to spin. Then she collapsed. Obina caught her just before her head hit the ground. "Adaeze! Adaeze!" She didn't answer. The hospital corridor smelled of disinfectant. Obina paced up and down outside the consulting room. His hand trembled. The door opened. Dr. Okoro said, "Mr. Obina Okafor." Obina rushed over. "How is my wife?" The doctor smiled. "She's awake." Relief washed over Obina's face. "Can I see her?" The doctor nodded, but first, I'd like to speak with both of you. A few minutes later, Adaeze sat beside Obinna inside the doctor's office. The doctor studied the test results one last time. Then he looked up. A warm smile spread across his face. Dr. Okoro said, "Congratulations." Adaeze frowned. "Congratulations for what?" "You are pregnant." Silence. Adaeze blinked. She looked at Obinna, then back at the doctor. "I'm what?" The doctor chuckled. "You heard me correctly. You're about 9 weeks pregnant." Adaeze covered her mouth. Tears streamed down her face. "For 10 years," she whispered, "I prayed for this." Obinna took both her hands. His own eyes filled with tears. "We're going to be parents." The couple embraced. For the first time in years, hope replaced heartbreak. That evening, Obinna stopped at a bakery on the way home. He bought Adaeze's favourite meat pie and a small cake. When he entered the house, he found her smiling at a tiny pair of baby socks she had bought on the way home. She held them against her chest. "Do you think it's too early?" Obinna laughed. "After 10 years? Buy the whole baby shop if you want." They both laughed. For a brief moment, the pain of the past seemed to disappear. Suddenly, someone knocked on the door. It was Grandma Necker. She stepped inside quietly. "I heard the good news." Adaeze hugged her tightly. "Grandma, God has answered me." Grandma Necker smiled. "Yes, he has. But remember something." Her expression suddenly became serious. "Not everyone who smiles with you is happy for you." The room fell silent. Adaeze frowned. "What do you mean?" Grandma Necker looked toward the window, as if she feared someone might be listening. "There are old secrets in this family, and some people would rather protect those secrets than see the truth come out." Before Adaeze could ask another question, Grandma Necker changed the subject. "Take care of yourself. You are carrying more than a child." She turned and left. Adaeze looked at Obinna. What did she mean? Obinna forced a smile. "She's old. Don't worry yourself." But deep down, even he looked unsettled. The following Sunday, the entire Okafor family gathered after church. Laughter filled the compound. Mama Grace sat proudly at the head of the table. She noticed Adaeze whispering to Obinna, "What are you two hiding?" Obinna stood up. He smiled. "I have wonderful news." Everyone became quiet. He reached for Adaeze's hand. "My wife is expecting a baby." The room erupted. Some relatives clapped. Others shouted for joy. One aunt began to dance. Mama Grace stood frozen. She didn't clap. She didn't smile. Instead, she stared at Adaeze. Then slowly her eyes filled with something unexpected. Not joy, not surprise, fear. Very quietly she whispered to herself, "No, this cannot happen." Across the room, Grandma Necker heard those words. She closed her eyes and thought, "So she remembers."
What do you think Mama Grace is hiding? Tell us in the comments, and don't forget to follow for the next episode of African Midnight Tales with Vivian.